stuff to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Okay.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what are the leaves to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. It means like, who is this nigga? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahaw. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone West. Everyone West. Everyone West. Everyone.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Amazing honor don't lack no soldiers. With the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UVK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UBK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commander General Yohanan ISUBK. This is what Commander General Yohanan did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
UPK, we out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We're having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, and it's staying, getting love for the brothers and sisters out here. But that was my
under commanding general. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Jackson said with the thumb.
Yeah, but she's spread the thumb.
What's going on? What's going on, Akim? How you feeling?
Tawab, sir.
Wait, Tawab?
Tawab, sir.
Shit. Y'all ain't something too enthusiastic, you know. You need another natural disaster. You need another Kerrville and something else going on. The Lord giving everybody a little break, man. The next one coming. It's coming and it's on its way.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that's coming. Yeah, I mean. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and give everybody what they need. For sure.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah, of course, big up Commander Johnny Hannah hardest working man in Israel. Yeah, I'm giving us a platform to rock with. He's gonna be in Chicago next week. You know, Chicago Midwest Fire Weekend. Midwest Fire Weekend. They always put it down, always get it in every year. Get down there, man. It's about 5 cities coming together: Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Indianapolis. Who else? Milwaukee,
St. Louis,
Kansas. All of them. They're gonna be coming together at Midwest Fire Weekend. It's gonna be insane, man. It's gonna be an insane time. We'll make sure and get down there. A ton of cookouts that we're gonna be having. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah, man. So what it is, what it was, and what it will be. Yeah, man. The Obama,
right?
You know, who tricked your mama before Kamala. The Obama came in and said that you need the bats, the letter after D and man needs to be your child's best friend. That's what the Obama said.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, when Elephant Man said "Bon Batty Man and them friends," go ahead.
It's like a reminder and a refresher to us, you know, when we allow that to happen amongst in the nation. And like as you see from the tribe of Benjamin, when you see that it upset your spirit one time, you're ready to lie that. You're ready to throw, as you say, put wherever, gas or wherever, and eliminate that. Just as you say, call fire from heaven and eliminate that. Yes,
yes, so right now, go ahead. Go ahead, Cap.
No, I was agreeing with him. Yeah, I mean, I was agreeing with him. Like Barack Obama, like, you know, I mean, he educated enough to know that the psychological problems behind, brothers and sisters who, done chose that lifestyle already. You know what I mean? He knows, that these brothers and sisters, they've been, abused, and they take on, this lifestyle. Like, he knows it. Now, why is he telling you to put your sons in that position? Like, what is he really trying to make you do?
Because he was in that position, Cap.
Right.
He was put in the position. He was in position like Sakari. He was in that same position Sakari was in. And that's just it.
Yep.
Shalom, Yabashon Shakaton.
Toma.
Toma. Hogar de la verdad.
Hogar de la verdad.
There you go.
Toma, the truth. Toma, the truth. I know a little bit to know Ash. I try to get there. I try to be like Kapash, to have a reason to travel. Kapash think he's smart. It's like because I go ahead.
Kawaka, so not going to say, and this tracks with who he's always been. From the time he was a senator in Illinois and announced he was running for president, his entire career has been an attack on black men. His entire political career, from the time he went into Jeremiah Wright's church and talked down on black men, and then Kamala Harris, when she was running and he's black, he called himself checking black men.
Right.
Like his entire, just legalizing gay marriage, his entire career has been an affront specifically to black men. And it's because black and Hispanic men, when I say black, I mean black and Hispanic included. Black and Hispanic men are the most masculine men. And they did a study, I believe he's the one that brought it out, how the black community, and particularly black men, have been the least accepting of that lifestyle. And white people have known that, as far as how the LGBTQ community has been able to permeate in every other race, but it's been so hard for it to take hold within our race because of the hyper masculine culture. It's like they use Barack Obama to weaken so many black and Hispanic men. And it worked. And a lot of you Christian step and fetch it, big head Negroes, you told it this African nigga, I don't want to call him a nigga. You told it this big head African heathen as a savior for black men and who black men should be like. And this homosexual African has been against us his entire political career, man. We should despise this cat, Salakia.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Like absolutely. Like you so right, Kazak. Like he done showed before, because I think he had that study with John Hopkins. First, let's get the story. You wanna pull up the story? I'm gonna try to pull up a video. I saw some clips of the whole thing, but I'm suspecting something else going on here, because there's something else going on here, and it just might be that.
Right.
Anybody have the story for it?
Yeah, I got it right here, sir.
All right.
Obama says boys should have gay men as mentors in their life. Barack Obama has said all young boys should have a mixture of male role models and friends, including a gay person, so that they don't grow up ignorant. The former president spoke with his wife, Michelle Obama, on the podcast she hosts with her brother, Craig Robinson, called IMO, which stands for In My Opinion. Obama, 63, whose own father was absent in Kenya during his upbringing, said that even if boys have a great dad, they need more than one male role model. One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out. The Harvard Law graduate turned Democrat politician said. He became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy. He would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who is gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. Creating that community, I know it's corny, but that's what we need. Obama, who has two,
now go ahead.
Obama, who has two daughters, was born in Hawaii to an 18-year-old American mother and 27-year-old Kenyan father. They divorced in 1964 when he was 3 years old.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, if I could, right? And up in the article, it says that the purpose of this is so that you won't be ignorant, right? And what Black people need to understand is that the Lord wants us to be ignorant of certain things. Certain things we should not know. That's even back to the garden. Like certain things you should not know. You should not see it. It should not exist. I mean, he wants to educate you on sin. You understand? I mean, he wants to bring you to the life to accept a lifestyle of sin. And Black people need to understand that it's okay to not know certain things. It's okay to not know it because you was not meant to know it because it's not supposed to be known. Right. Certain things are just evil, and nobody should ever hear such things or see such things. It's like I just wanted to say that.
No, you're right. You absolutely right. You for sure right with it. Like there's certain things you need to be ignorant of. But okay, I mean, could you point out why he said it again? Unless it's further down in the article.
Sir, he said it so that boys won't be ignorant.
Okay, ignorance of what? Like, because there's a part he said he had a professor.
Right.
He had some professor in his college days that was, a sodomite, and the professor helped him in certain ways. Like, but he outlines it. I'm looking for the video now. It might be in the stories. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
If you go to the story, it's right at the top, sir. The video, it's right at the top.
But I'm trying to find the video separate, like on YouTube.
Khan, sir.
You know what I mean? Because this website, Daily Mail, it be having so much other plugins. Sometimes it slows down the computer.
Khan, sir.
If I may, sir, to even hear a Hamite and thinking about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Those were Hamites over there pioneering that lifestyle that should not be, where a man sleeping with a man, females with females, and all type of deviancies. Like we already, as a people, as a nation, already in a bad situation with having to deal with the woes of America. But this dummy wants us all, our young boys to be sensitive to these people that live in that deviant lifestyle. Like we as a nation, need help. Like no one can give that help outside of the UPK. No, I don't give a damn if you're a scholar, if you're a rich Black man, Latino man that got funds to start a community, this and this and that. That's all fine and dandy, but we have a trauma that's been generational, still embedded in us. And we have not been given any type of therapy or psychological therapy to, at least break the chains of these things. And then for this dude, this is what pisses me off about Obama. He's always coming back with some dumbass shit, excuse my language,
Right.
black people. Like God damn, keep your gayness to yourself. Why he don't? We don't see him promoting that shit to the Chinese.
Mhm.
We don't see him do that to the Arabs, to the East Indians, to the Palestinians, to the Jewish man. Does it have to be black people? Well, goddamn, like disappear with that. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. Somebody need to tell him to his face. You know what I'm saying? I hope one day he passes by DC and you'll be on the mic, or Naitaka, one of us, be on the mic. Kazak Aimada just blaze his ass out for that. I yield, but it's enough.
Listen, he gay. He might like that. You gotta ignore him. You gotta ignore him. Like really, he need to go visit. He need to go visit Sicaria. Like two of them. Like really. Him and Sakari would get along because that Sakari been a mentor to them men in there. He been a mentor to them and he helped them out. And that Sakari taught them things they were ignorant of.
But that table is locked. If I may, it need to be Nathaniel, Sakari, and Obama on that round table and having that goddamn conversation.
That's the Trinity of Sodom.
Yes, there you go.
That's the Trinity of Sodom. The Father, the Son, that's
and the
Trinity
peg.
of Sodom right
The Father,
there.
the Son, and the peg.
The peg. The pegger, and the peg E. You get it, boy?
You go.
But listen, you know your humor. You'll bear with me for a second here. Let me just Now this is what I honestly think this is here. Like out of the blue, he ran a whole election, and he did not talk about this gay mentor that was so profound in his fucking life.
Yeah.
He won 2 successful back-to-back elections. You get what I'm saying? 2 back-to-back elections at a time in America where it was him being in charge was such a frenzy. It was a world phenomenon, a worldwide phenomenon. And you mean to tell me between 2008 and 2016, he ain't mentioned this faggot once? He ain't come and say, well, the reason I was so successful was because of this gay mentor. Now, so if you're all out there in internet land and TV land, if I'm wrong, please find me the article that's dated. Don't use no AI bullshit now. Give me the dated article where he talks about the sodomite that changed his life. So find me the footage where he praises this sword fighter for helping him reach the White House. Help me understand it, because this is what I think is going on here. And listen, I'll give you please tell me if I'm tripping. It's too far-fetched. This, Cap, you're talking some shit. Take a break. We had a show tonight. I think for the last 6 months, between Trump and Elon Musk, they have been raiding his wallet with the different departments and the different government funded programs that it seems like the Democrats have really, been facilitating for years. That's what it seems like. And he is forecasting his future and is like, we can't take 4 more years of this shit. We cannot take 4 more years of this shit. They talk about Trump fired about 1,500 federal workers.
Yeah.
Right? It's probably more by now, but I know at one time they were saying it's about 1,500 so far. How much is this to date now? Anybody could Google it and look it up?
Boy.
Like how much federal workers that got dismissed?
So like it says 60,000 so far.
60,000 federal workers? Yikes. What's the average salary of a federal worker?
No. Salaki.
Cap said, shit. Who you fooling? Go ahead.
It's double what Kazak said. They say it could be over 120,000 of them lose their jobs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How much is the average salary?
106,000, sir.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought the average salary on average,
right,
from the highest to the lowest is about 100K. So 100K times, like, let's go with the lower figure, 60,000 federal workers, right? That's what, $6 billion in salaries?
Pretty much. Come on.
Yeah.
But, you know, now when we talk about these departments, and what I'm saying here is not as a Trump support for him fleecing the government and saying it's bloated and all that. That's not what I'm saying this about. I don't give a damn about him and his policies and, you know, what he's doing. I'm just showing you the bigger picture. These Democrats have these programs with vested interest in them because they oftentimes are, you know, is diverted back to their corporations and their, you know, their companies and or their friends or their families. Like them Clintons, you know, them Clintons had a whole damn near non-profit shit running out of Haiti, taking all the damn money out of Haiti and resources. So it's definitely reasonable that because of Trump raiding their bank, he is forecasting the next 4 years and is like, we ain't gonna survive. I'm gonna need some of that faggot money. You know, Salakia, that sodomite economy. Salakia. I'm drinking water tonight, Akim. So it's not the drink. It's not the drink. Almost sodomite, forgive me. This, you know, y'all don't need to go and flag this thing. Don't do that. He gonna eat some of that sodomite economy out. And what better way than to get sodomites behind you than to say we need them to mentor young boys? Oh, that's going to start a whole new initiative. Remember, Trump done attack the DEI, which includes the sodomites. He done kick them out of the military already. This is an economic play, if I had to call it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, just to add to what you're saying, that's heavy. Because he not saying that black men need fathers.
Right.
Come on. Like, he not saying that. Like, that should have been the first thing come out of his mouth first. They need fathers. You understand? Now you're coming to say your son need, you know what I mean, a termite, Salaki. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean, come on. Black men need their fathers in the house, like Commander General say. You know what I mean? He said best on the streets in Washington, D.C., while he was running for the presidency. We
Right.
need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black home.
That's right.
What we need.
That's right.
You understand? That's what Commander General say. You understand? That's a leader. You know what I mean?
That's
He's
right.
trying to portray himself as a leader, but he's giving you bad advice. Advice that's going to destroy your kids' lives. It's going to destroy your kid's life. You go talk to some of these termites and find out, you know what I mean, their life. And you'll see how destroyed it was. And this whole thing they're all into is just a cover to hide the pain
Yeah.
that done been in. You know what I mean? And America, they just, you know what I mean? America, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean? It's like they have, you know what I mean, a bandage for almost every trauma that you have. I mean, and it looks good on the outside for people looking in. It look good. But if you could see what's going on behind closed doors in some of these people's houses, you will be like, it's, you know what I mean, it'll be full out nightmare. It'll be a full out nightmare. You know what I mean? You hear all the stories about, you know what I mean, the fights that go on with them, especially with the women. You know what I mean? And you will, you know what I mean, you will get to understand that world, you know what I mean, that America painting, they just painting it. It's like a movie. Like how some women be, you know what I mean, watching this movie and they be having like happy ending and they think that's life. And then when they
Right.
really get into a relationship and they see the work that has to be put in, I mean, it's too much for them. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
the point where they just like the beginning of a relationship, and
Yeah.
that's about it. You know what I mean? And that's because America done torture. You know what I mean? Just like what you know what I mean, what looks good and what feels nice. Just act the part when you know what I mean your you know what I mean roles come to an end. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And who knows, you know what I mean, as I say, what's going on behind closed doors, you know what I mean, with these people, the pain they have to go through. You know what I mean? I think one of them I don't know if you remember the documentary. I think it was
What is
Mac.
up?
Yes. When
Yeah.
the one of them was like, you know what I mean, was telling you the pain they're going through
Yeah.
with the transition that they was doing. And they wish they never did it before. You know what I mean? It's almost similar to a woman who goes and commits an abortion
Right.
and then regrets it for the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But America, the way America bring it to you, they package it real good. This is Planned Parenting. You
Right.
understand? Don't worry about it. It's a mistake you made. You have your career ahead of you, but they don't tell you when you do that, you are not going to forget that you took a life.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't no different than the drug dealer in the corner. You
Right.
ain't no different than what the Israelis doing right now. You ain't no different. You understand? You are a murderer. That's what they're not going to tell you. And your conscience, as a black person, Hispanic, and First Nation person, the Lord give you a conscience, and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You can have 5 kids after that. You're going to regret that one, or that 2, or that 3 that you don't toss. You
Yep.
understand? But they won't tell you that. I mean, this place is a smoke screen. Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, and he's seeing it with the government right now. It's a smoke screen. A ton of blackmailing taking place. They're trying to cover for that pedophile Epstein,
Seen.
trying to cover for it. So you can imagine if the top rotten, what's going on at the bottom? It's a cesspool. We're gonna find out. It's a total cesspool that we're living in. A year.
Yep. Yep. You're right, Cap. You're right. It's the same spirit going all the way through. But he for sure ain't selling to me. He can't sell to me that in his mind, this gay man was so profound to him. This is a money move for sure. This is to activate
That's
the
it.
cash they need. You know, so they could help. This is who knows if this is just to keep them Democrats afloat, because Trump is gutting their pockets out. Trump riding up on the side of them and putting a slit in their money bag. And coins is all over the streets with this thing here. Because again, if you really arguably, Barack Obama arguably is probably the most famous or impactful president maybe in the last 50 years in terms of him being there just as a statesman.
Yeah.
The impact he had, the change, the whole, what he meant at the time and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's in a good way. I'm just saying it's, objectively. You in office and you never mentioned the sodomites who helped you? Like in the video, I mean, do they have his words in the article that he talked about the professor?
So that's the part I read. I can read it again though, sir.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Salaki Khan.
Go ahead, Khan.
Just before he does, because I do that right. You remind me of something that I forgot. But remember, Trump and them, the Republicans, was coming up against this group of people. They were coming up against them. So much so, I think they try to. I think the military has some code on them. right? I don't know if if I saying it correct. The military had something. I think the dude who was over the military, the white dude with the tons of tattoo, forget his name, but he came out and said, "Time for these gay people to get out of the military." I forget his name. So it's almost as if I just saying this year is a bag he's trying to get because Donald Trump and them then trying to remove these gay people. I don't know if you from from the military. I kind of vividly remember that dude saying that. I forget his name. The white man. What's the white man name? Boy,
Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he said it. He made a statement about gay people openly to the media. So you're gonna get rid of them from the military. Let me see if I could find it. He can read it by the time. I'll look for a cop.
No sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely a money play with him here, because like I said, is how is it that you run in the most powerful seat in the world that nobody wants you in, but yet somehow you don't mention this sodomite ever. You don't mention him. Let me. I think I found a video that I would need to play it. Hold on. Let me see if I could share this tab instead.
Kawakan.
I think this is the one that we would need. Hold up. I'm running on two of these bastards here now. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let me know if you'll hear it.
That I think a lot of times, boy, that's one of the things that I think
y'all could hear it.
Kawakan, so we can hear
it. Boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
No, that's what a woman is there for. A woman is there for that other side, that other perspective. And remember, listen to the code word. He said they don't just need one man. I guess this is homo polygamy. What do
need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a.
Come on.
Why is he saying the other dude had to give the boy perspective on his own father? Like, like what like the advice these people be given that. They really and truly they don't believe in the Bible. They don't understand. And you can clearly see he is not black. He only talking about you want to tell a black son to, some other man to give your black son your perspective.
Listen, don't forget white sons too. These white fathers is going to be pissed off about this shit. I'm done to you straight up and down. Them old white big wheel get her done t-shirt wearing fathers, they're gonna be mad about this shit he talking about here. So this is really a money thing. Go ahead.
So, yeah, you noticed how when he said that comment, she tried to clean it up, like dads. Like he was just going. She felt like he was gonna go somewhere else with it, and she reeled him in to say dad. Right? That's what you meant to say, right? Dad.
Listen, for those who may have missed it, let's put it back. Let me pull it back again, and so they could hear it. Hold on.
Not just exposure to one. That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter.
You caught it.
That's right.
right? Like this
Right.
had nothing to do with that.
That's right.
He said exposure to one guy. That's why I say this is much not polygamy, polyandry. This is much polyandry. Or you know what I mean? Like this is multiple. Like this is definitely homosexual agenda, and this is a money situation.
So like I said, oh, go ahead.
Let's get this point. I'm gonna get to it. The homos need a Gandalf, and he need money. So he's saying, I will be your Gandalf. I'll ride in there on that white horse. I will champion your cause. Just make sure when I check that account on Monday, it go to ching, ching, ching. Make sure that account sound like a Chinaman. Make sure it go to ching, ching. You get your point? Go ahead, Kazak Salaki.
Kawaka, sir. Okay, and even to hear this is advice from not only a homosexual, but a man who didn't grow up with a father.
Yes.
Any man that grew up with a father that was active in his life, your father was, well, I can't speak for everybody. Let me speak for me. My father was my moral compass. He was the inner voice in my head that when I would have thought to allow peer pressure to make me do something else, his voice was the voice in my head that would say, no, don't do that because I got to answer to this nigga. You understand? I'm not scared of none of you niggas here at the school because I have a fear of who I got to go home to. I didn't need nobody else's voice. I didn't need no other mentor, which the whole mentor-mentee is gay. It comes from the Romans, you understand, where older men would take young boys underneath their wing and they would teach them while they were molesting them, just like Socrates and Aristotle. You understand? The whole mentor-mentee thing comes from the Romans. It's a gay system. But Barack Obama clearly didn't grow up with a father, because if you grow up with a father, that man that's it. You understand? That was it. That was chief in your life as the voice of reason, the voice of what's right. And, and once again, that might just be my experience, but I don't know. Other brothers who grew up with fathers might have to tell me if that was just me or not. So like it.
Listen, Kazak, what you're saying is so right. And even if you didn't grow up with a father, the idea of who you had in your head as a father was everything to you. Whoever you had in your mind as a father, whether it was an uncle, whether it was, one of mommy's men who you hit it off with, that you could maintain a relationship with, having that stable one there is life. It's the whole concept of God being our father. Like having one father, having one person. Imagine somebody saying, somebody needs to give you a perspective of your father. But again, this has nothing to do with really fathers. This is the homosexual agenda. And this is them creating a lane for money to be flowing through. And Barack Obama is putting the call out to everybody that yes, they can, they have a place and they need to be mentors, and we need to make a place for them where they could teach young men how to do what, a perspective on masculinity, a perspective on, let me play some more where he said the professor called him out on his shit. And this is how I know this has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Go ahead, Carl.
Just to correct myself too, but this is the same thing too, right? This was May 9th, 2025. How the military is dealing with Hexet's order to remove transgender troops. You know what I mean? So they're coming with a stance. Remember, Trump was like no transgender in sports. He not giving them, a platform like that. You understand? He's trying to get rid of that whole agenda.
Yeah.
But Barack Obama, he was the one who, when he was in office, he did a study. I forget the study he did on
John Hopkins. It was in John Hopkins on anal probing.
Yes, which means he always had them, or they always had him in their pockets as a tool to use at the appropriate time for when they want to use him. You understand?
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it's almost like all these politicians, they have handlers. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think, you know what I mean, that, you know what I mean, to really think that a politician today really fighting for the people who claim put them in office. They're
Yeah.
not. They're not
Yep.
doing that. You know what I mean? Barack Obama is not trying to help black sons and black men. They are not. If they was trying to help black men, then he would be trying to have black men in the home with their children and not hearing two voices. You as a child, you want to hear one voice, and that's your father. You hearing two voices. So now guess what? As a child, you're double-minded. And now you're gonna be looking at your father. You mean, as I say, it has to do with with the father, but it has to do with a gay agenda. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick on, you know what I mean, I'm gonna stick on that. You know what I mean, because these termites and them, they're trying to really get into your home and destroy it. So like, yeah, you.
Yeah, and Cap, also too, you had to look at the socially. Now, I know Officer Shaw down there in Trinidad, he asked a question tonight. What there's a whole thing going on social media in Trinidad where if a woman is with a man and she leaves him for a gay man, what happens? But now, this is the whole, this is the in the closet, this is the homie. Because if it is that this man has a boyfriend, the boyfriend is just a mentor. That's not the son's uncle no more. This is the mentor this is how he has the gay relationship.
Yes.
It sounds like Obama is just opening up a lane for them because they're willing to pay him some money for this thing. Because if this, like, I want to play it, if I could play it, because if this mentor is such an impact on your life and it changed things for you, and if he called you out on your bullshit, how are we now hearing about him now? Why didn't we hear about him in the, all the way back then? Also, too, Kazak say, Kazak Breebs Botanics said it was me too, sir. I guess this was, and she's replying to how she viewed her father. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that, I think, is creating that community.
No, Akim, if I could, right? I don't know if you all understood what he said there. He said he had some professor that he liked in college that would call him out on, stuff that he would say that would be considered ignorant, right? So basically, you saying that if someone has a good grasp of reality and is able to bring balance to a situation, and because that's what he's describing, like somebody to tell you, hey, that what you say in there is not true. That's what it means when somebody call you on your bullshit. Meaning that's not true. That ain't socially acceptable. That's not what calling you on bullshit is. Calling you out on bullshit is like how with the whole battle of the sexes, how there was the whole red pill movement that was calling women out on certain thing, and then that engendered another movement with women calling men out on shit. And a lot of it was BS. but some of the things were actually true. And
Mhm.
from that, you had some woman would make videos and say, listen, I know y'all gonna hate me for this, but we women do this too. A good example of it was when women started admitting they would use the child against the father with the child support thing. You remember that? I remember when they started admitting that, yes, we do it. We do, a lot of us do it. Not all of us, but a lot of us do it. And it's not that the father is at fault or he don't come. A lot of us make it hard for him because we really be bitter about the child. That comes from somebody calling them out on their bullshit. It's something that's true, not something that's socially acceptable. And Barack Obama has somehow, through the witchcraft of Christianity, was able to morph that thing into a gay characteristic. Like, to speak the truth about something is a gay characteristic when they can't even speak the truth about themselves. They cannot speak the truth about themselves. How is it somebody calling you out on your BS? Which is what most college professors do, because you come in there as a high school student, narrow-minded, not knowing no different. And some professor had to let you have it. He had to pull statistics and this and that and blah. You be seeing all them battles on them campuses. They post it with some extra graduate or some adjunct professor hosting some free, like a free thing where you can just come up and ask questions. And they say, no, that's not true because the statistics say such and such. And they calling you on your bullshit is saying something that's true, not something that's socially acceptable, which is now he marrying it to a young boy being gay or a young girl being non-binary. You talking about social acceptance. What's true is that a man should be with a woman to produce a child. A man with a man can't produce children. A woman with a woman cannot produce children. What's true? You cannot change being born black, but you can change being what? Gay or straight, because it's a learned behavior. This is a learned behavior. You could change that. That's true. What else is true? It's true that even if you undergo surgery to change your parts, you are still that thing that was born, that came out of your mother. You still that thing that's on your birth paper. You're a boy or you're a girl. It doesn't matter the hormone treatment. It doesn't matter what you feel deep down inside. You are a boy or you are a girl. Those things are true. He somehow trivialized being able to have a grasp of reality and say what's true as having a gay character, as a characteristic of a gay person. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like somebody really clear you up and say, no, that ain't really true. That's not what happening. Call like how we call the FBA and big-headed niggas out on the Latinos are not Israelites. Like we call them out on something that's true. Barack Obama is effectively saying, if you have the trait to call somebody out on their bullshit, that's a gay man's trait. Only gay people have it, which is why you need a gay man to mentor your son, which is utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this thing has nothing to do with calling out. This is about money.
Yeah.
It's about money, and them Democrats, what they thought they were sailing into the damn sunset with just eternal, departments and federal funding and this going through this company and this entity and that entity, and Trump just come and pull the cord. Now they have to go to the gay community. What's not socially acceptable is that the LGBTQ community is not the same as the Black Power movement or civil rights. What's true is the LGBTQ community is the laziest bunch of people on the earth, because they expect the non-LGBTQ community to make the children that they, why don't you make your own children and mentor them?
Yeah.
Why you want to mentor my hard work? My woman was up there for 9 months, bleeding all over the place. You know, exposed in that that theater, that birthing theater. Now you want to come and mentor my child that I worked for? Go make your own child. But you're so goddamn lazy. You don't want to do the work to yield the fruit. But you want to be able to mentor my child because Barack Obama needs money. Let him go broke. Let him go get a job like he told black men. Salaki, I won't hug up all the time.
If I may, sir, just real short, right? I saw the interview too, and at one point he's like looking up. You know how you had deep trying to search the right word to say, and he got to a point where we're just a bunch of intellectual slop. You know, to make it sound like that his point is a valid point, but you know, we in the truth, we could see that this cat, right, is not a benefit in any shape, fashion, or form for our nation. You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous how they, as you say, they you know, they did, you know, like so like what Captain Nathar said also, in that he, you know, it's an agenda that they got going. You know, it's somebody's dishing out the cash. Maybe, you know, his mentor, you know, dealt with him in some fashion. They keep him quiet. You know, who knows what happened in those days and times for him. But we don't need this, as you said. We definitely don't need this at all. You know, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Barack Obama and Michelle Obama sit up there and they talk like they're such successful parents or something. Like
Right.
they have model children. Their children are drug addicts and whores. I mean,
Yikes.
and they want to sit up there and they talk with such elegance, like they were successful and they have something that they produce that we should be, you know, we should emulate. I mean, their daughters are drug addicts and whores. I mean, that's all it is. So to the sisters who think Obama is something special, because I know a lot of college educated sisters think Obama knows what he's talking about. His children are failures. With all the money in the backing they have, they're drug addicts and whores. They're children coming out of the ghetto who had less and have done more.
Yep.
So,
Yep. You ain't never lie with that. There's brothers and sisters coming out of abject poverty with no resources and have achieved way more than, you know, what they have. Brother, I'm scouring the internet looking for the picture, and I know the picture you're talking about, where she just walking around with a cigarette, looking horrible.
Hey, so like I said, just real quick to back off what the warrior said, because I was thinking before I said what I said before. I was thinking that, but I didn't know if anybody else knew about that. But Tawada a warrior for bringing that part out. You know what I'm saying? Because I did see them videos. You know, like wow, you know, all that. They went to the White House and all that, you know, first family, and their daughters aren't even walking straight, you know. So yeah, I'm Tawada for bringing that out. William.
Come on.
Yeah, this is the picture here. This is one of them. Of course, you all know this one. This is the one who she just outside. All right, she getting high. That's a whole joint there.
Yep.
She just getting high. And it might be a presidential thing because, you know, she getting high, Hunter was getting high. It might be just a thing for all the president's sons. Yeah, I mean, you know, George Bush Jr. was, you know, he was an old alcoholic and an old drug head, you know, and he was, you know, George Bush Senior's son. It might be one of them type of things,
right?
The American way, you know what I mean? But let me just go ahead, because
I just want to say, well, Officer Warren, that's such a heavy point, and black people, we are better than this. And to Officer Warrior's point, meaning we have a standard in the black community, whereas we tell ourselves we have to work twice as hard and we have to be twice the times better than everybody else,
right,
in order to succeed. So the fact that black people would even think to take advice from somebody whose kids are regular, it doesn't even add up with the culture. You understand? Like Barack Obama, I would expect from you and Michelle Obama, you producing daughters that, you know, just are the shining light of what quote unquote children should be. I mean, there are black kids right now that grew up in a house with just their dad and their mother. You understand? Just one man telling them what to do and their mother. And they getting offers from all types of schools. You understand that, you know, in the engineering program and early college classes. I know kids that grow up in a broken home with just single black mothers and are doing better than these big head African kids. So like black people, I don't want us to lose. I don't want us to now pick and choose when we listen to somebody. If this were a regular man trying to tell you advice about your kids, you will look at him and say, nigga, what is your kids doing?
Right.
But because it's Barack Obama, he has to be right. And like Officer Williams said, all we got to do is look at the product. Your kids ain't worth a damn. You understand? Forget being just good. Your kids should excel based off of what you're saying. You understand? Based off of who you and your wife are, but they're not excelling because your kids are not Israelites. Your kids are not the product of being the chosen seed of God. And so your kids had everything in life, and they can't even amount to black kids who had nothing in life. We shouldn't listen to this damn heathen. Salakia.
Yep. And listen, his kids should have excelled with his gay mentor. Like, because this is about the gay mentor. Like, if this is about the gay mentor and you again saying you had one and he changed your life, how come we just hearing about him right now? How come we didn't hear about him in 2010, 11, 15, 16, your last year? They can't get you out. How come we ain't heard about him? You're bringing this now because this is just about money. That's all. It's just about that money. Let's play the rest of the interview with him there.
Cap, no volume.
Oh, the volume going again? All right, hold up. How about now?
It's still not there.
All right, just hold on. I'm like, what is that? Once you share something and you share something else, it started to mess up a little bit. Hold up.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is
it working now or no?
Yeah, it's working now.
Not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be
everything. He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that in your friend group so that
if I could, you know what just came across my mind? And this, Commander General is so right. Commander General said, if you want to fix the black community, fix the men. They're not saying every child, meaning man, boy and girl, needs a gay
right.
They're going after the men. So this war is so spiritual that he's not saying, he doesn't care if the girls have a gay friend. He has to destroy the young boys. And Commander General was so right because he recognized it and says, you know what? If you want to fix the black community, fix the men.
Yeah.
So this battle is this is they just drawn the line. Like, okay, we're trying to fix the men. They're trying to destroy the men. Because once you destroy the men, the women will follow.
Yeah,
so that just came across my mind. It's like it's crazy because he's not even saying children. He's saying young boys.
Come.
Yeah.
So like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and again, the point that being brought out, is very valid as well. Even in the show and all, the Commander General and I did Monday, right? He says either two things, right? When you're going to college, either you have strong parents, that they don't get brainwashed now, right? And you stick, or either you go to college and you're not strong enough and you get brainwashed. So we seen the perfect example of not having strong parents, even with the sister Michelle, right? Being influenced, by the heathen. Yes,
Right. Shit, and even with him, he went to college and he had a way of thinking from before, and he don't have that way of thinking no more. Like, what does going to college have to do with the LGBTQ?
Right.
And how does educating? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Let me just play the rest of his thing there, Aaron.
You then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you. They have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think is creating that community. I know it's corny, but that's what
he say. He know it's corny, but that's what it's about. It's creating that community. Creating that community. That's what he said. Creating that community.
Yeah.
Not our community.
That's right.
That community. Listen, and it's so heavy out his mouth. We even call them the community.
Right.
You can say the alphabet community or the alphabet group. This is about that community. This is about, again, they need a forerunner. They need a Gandalf, because right now the whole empire is trampled over. In about 6 months, Trump done displace them all. He about to take away the insurance for all that the pills they get in for the hormone treatments and all that shit. All that shit about to go out the damn window. They need a Gandalf to ride in there and get rid of these orcs, these MAGA orcs. And that's what he's doing here with this thing here. You need these gay men to mentor these young boys, and that's right. Let's do it. And there's going to be a whole movement of gay men mentoring these young boys in a much more public way than what it was happening before. But for him, this is about money. Because if this really was about gay men mentoring, he said, no matter how good a father you are, well, who mentored your daughters?
Exactly.
Or who mentored you? Because your father, he couldn't be that good.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, Cap.
If I could, it's a heavy point, Cap, because it's been a attack on the nucleus of the Black, Latino, Native American, Indian family. I mean, since forever. And they keep wanting to get the masculinity out of our young boys.
Right.
Why? Because they know that masculinity is what can deliver this nation and what can sustain this nation. Like, for you to disrespect the heterosexual man and say he's not enough. Why? He was enough to create that child.
Right.
It was a
that
heterosexual.
You can't create.
Right.
The child that you can't create.
The water, Cap. The water. I mean, it's just pure natural. It's nature's way of showing you that this is right. It took a man and a woman to create that child. So why would you try to create confusion and think that God wouldn't allow that man and that woman that came together to create that child to sustain that child, to mentor that child? You see, this is why the Bible says God is not the author of confusion. If you listen to these people, you will be swayed. You will get off the path.
Yeah.
And seeing that all of the things is going on right now, in not just in the political world, but socially and so forth with Donald Trump, masculinity is a rite of passage for his followers, for his people, for those young boys. Yeah. I mean, to jump, you know how many of those young boys are signing up for ICE right now to make a career, 6 figures. And it's a rite of passage. It's a way to be a quote unquote patriot, to be masculine. But you have to get a game. You have to dumb down. You have to water down your masculinity. I read that scripture when King David, when he was getting ready to pass away, and I think it was in 1 Kings chapter 2, where he told his son, he told Solomon, I go the way of the earth. Show yourself a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told him. Show yourself. He didn't say I mean, because in the Bible, you know, a man is a man.
Right.
Man is masculine. A man has certain qualities he has to have. He said, show yourself as a man. And that's what we need to teach our young brothers now.
Right.
All of this, you can't, they keep trying to reinvent the wheel and gonna get stuck. And this is why we have a constant battle with these politicians. Barack Obama failed.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't do, once again, you spent a year. I'm sorry, you spent, I want to say damn near a whole administration damn near on one issue. Trump then wiped it out within the first 3 months.
Yeah.
Now you tell me who's more masculine, or do you need a gay man to mentor you on that?
Right.
So like,
yeah.
So like, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just pulled up something, and because all this thing is bringing me back to the Spartans and the Agogi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna read this part, if I may. It says Spartan society was highly militarized, and the Agogi, their rigorous education and training system, shaped boys into warriors from age 7. Around age 12, boys were often entered into pedesteric relationships with older male Spartans, typically young adult warriors called Arestes, who served as mentors to your young boys, Eromenes. Just to bring it full circle with his mentorship.
Yeah, Obama coming with the Igogi. That's what he coming with right there. He introducing that Igogi spirit, and he's doing it because he want that money. He want to get that coin from that community. He want to get that whole thing, so he could stay afloat with all these cuts that Trump and Doge and all of them doing. He trying to get that coin from all these displaced, hurt, frustrated LGBTQ community. He trying to raise up that money. That's what the hell he trying to do here, in terms of representing them. And he said another thing too, not to hop on it too long, because I know we have a few good stories. He said that you can't just have one man. You have to have somebody else to show you these, to give you a different perspective of your father. That's what your mother is for. Your mother is there to help you understand your father, because it adds water to water. Because that child is he's not yet a man. That daughter, she's not yet an adult to understand, life. And sometimes the safety or the warmth and the cuddly things that mommy provides, sometimes life delivers something that the warmth and the cuddles and the comfort, that's the word I'm looking for, the comfort that comes from mommy, sometimes life can take that comfort away. Right. You could still have your mother and everything, but life hits, and that hug ain't doing shit. That warm tea, that lap she make you lay down on and rub your head, it's not doing it. Sometimes, daddy deals with that life in a way where it's just too cut and dry for you. And that's when you need mommy there to say, that's your father, and he's right. He's handling it. You don't understand it now, but this is how he is. I'm gonna give you another thing. Growing up without a father, that the whole idea of the deadbeat dad and if your father ain't this and you never came to see me, that comes from the mother. That doesn't come from the child. How do I know that? Because you teach that child to love Caesar Borgia and he never met Caesar Borgia.
That's right.
Teach that child to love Pastor so-and-so, and Pastor so-and-so never came to your house. So you could teach that child to love a man. And you could offer reason and excuse and mold that child to always have a respect and reverence for their father. That's a whole different perspective. You don't need a gay mentor for that shit.
That's right.
The Lord gave you a woman for that. That's why there's a male and a female. It's the balance of the thing. It's the mesh.
That's right.
Meshing it together. He didn't give you a man and a man. He gave you a male and a female. It's something that comes together, and it's down here. It's two opposites, and they have to compromise and mesh, and that's the perspective. So what do we need now? Do we need lesbian mentors for our daughters to give a different perspective of your mother?
Come on, Cam.
That's what the man is there for.
That's right.
To now pull that sister up and say, listen, man, don't talk to your mother like that. What's wrong with you? You think because you gain some breast and your hips spreading now, you think you're a woman more than your mother? Go in there and apologize to your mother. That's the only different perspective we need.
That's right.
But again, there's no money behind building the family nucleus. There's no money behind that. But there's a lot of money with letting these sodomites get kids, though.
Right.
There is a lot of money in letting these sodomites get kids, adopt kids, and run all these programs. I'm telling you straight up, you're a parent and you have the means to do it. Start visiting your kid's school and taking a look at who in the class. Know that teacher. Know the whole landscape of everything, brother, because there's so much shit going on. It's going to be some years and you wouldn't be able to even understand what the hell just happened to you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Shit.
Sir.
Good.
What you said was so heavy, Cap. What you said was so heavy. As you're saying it, it just clicked in my mind too. What Obama's saying. He's saying that your father is not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. That's why he said. That's why Michelle had to correct him and said father, because he didn't even want to give him the title of father. He said the guy, and Michelle Obama said father, right? Because your father is not good enough to guide you. You need a LGBTQ member to guide you.
Right.
I mean, because your father is not good enough. That's a direct attack on all fathers, all masculinity.
Yeah.
I mean, and I wonder if he considers himself a father, because that's crazy. Slack it, sir. Yeah.
He definitely don't. He definitely don't. Go ahead, Karen.
And see, to say mentor, that's a loaded word. I'm gonna mentor you. You know, a young man goes through a lot of changes when he's young.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He has to try to understand himself. He's going to be introduced to young women. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? All these different things that he experiences that he goes, same with a young woman. So in that mentorship, what are you going to tell him about women? Gay mentor. That you tell him about men. See, you don't want to have, I'm trying not, you know what, I'm going to say something. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. See, mentorship. When you see Obama hasn't been challenged, he hasn't been really, because everybody cowed down to him. But these politicians never really been brought to task on these words. They say mentor how? How would a gay man mentor him on sexuality, on him understanding himself as a young man? What is he gonna tell him? He gonna tell him he gonna promote heterosexualism? I doubt it.
Right.
I doubt it. Because he's going to say, well, your father, he didn't understand. He didn't get in touch with his feminine side.
Right.
I used to hear that all the time. Feminine side. You don't have no feminine side of you, a man.
Yep.
You're 100% Captain Shark. You said it so heavy, so eloquently. I mean, it's the balance of life. You want to understand a woman, you talk to your mother. You understand a man, you talk to your father. And then those two give you a perspective on how they view each other.
Yep.
That creates life. That creates the template for life. I know my father did this. I know my mother did this. I know when they had the issue with this, they worked it out like this. I understand the balance. But this kingdom here is everything is upside down, like the scriptures say. It will be esteemed as this potter's clay. And that's why they want to Commander General. I thank the Lord for Commander General Yohana, because he gives it raw and uncut.
That's right.
And that's what we're gonna deliver to you. Like I give you.
And to add to what you were saying there, let's take an example. Let's take Eddie Long.
Come on, Cap. Listen, Cap, you read my mind now. I'm just looking for the video right here. I'm pulling it up right here as you're talking.
Come on, Cap.
You got it. Go ahead.
Nah, let's take Eddie Long, man. Eddie Long was mentoring boys. Not only was he mentoring boys, he was abusing them. You understand?
Well, that was the mentorship. The mentorship was that.
Yeah. And these Christian churches that have these what do they call it for men? These conference for men, for young black men. You know what I mean? What are they gonna say?
Right.
What about remember the Boy Scouts of America?
Right.
They were mentoring boys, young boys. That doesn't work.
Cap, I'm gonna give you one more you're forgetting. IUIC. They mentor a lot of boys. And they the gay mentor that Barack Obama is talking about. That you know that you need. That they also say your father is not good enough because you know, of course, you don't have a job and marry your mother and you know all that thing. Like Nathaniel and the IUIC, they're the gay mentor that Barack Obama would like. And Sakari, we can't forget him. Sakari is already a gay mentor, right? You know, he's a gay mentor,
right?
You know, and he a male tour, he touring everything, right? That's who Barack Obama is talking about. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Cap Slockin.
Yeah. Speaking of mentorship, Umar Johnson, he's he always talking, he mentoring boys, this and that. You know, I wonder how far does he mentor them? You know, I just wanted to put that in the mix.
Shit, they didn't say nothing about him yet, but if it do come out, okay, y'all had the record that Captain Ash said it first. You know what I mean? So Cap, for sure with Eddie Long, I definitely just pulled the thing up because I remember it that they were saying he was mentoring these young boys.
Yeah, and so
I remember they were saying that part. Go ahead.
And I remember that, and the name that he gave them young boys. I mean, it was so disgusting. He called the young boy. Now you know his name is Eddie Long. The name that he gave those young boys in his mentorship was called Longfellows.
Damn.
Now, just fit there. You let your imagination take you where it's gonna go.
No, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he called them young boys Longfellows. Now, come on, man. How sick can you get?
Right.
In the church.
Right.
What like Captain Arthur said. He was mentoring them. Well, you look that brother that you had on the screen, he talked about the mentorship and how it was how he could not get the smell of his cologne off of him.
Right.
Now you imagine that. Now he flew him out, showed him the world. You know what I'm saying? Bought him expensive clothes, Nike bags, shoes. They got to get all the money, and he used them boys like prostitutes.
Yeah.
In Atlanta. Okay? So don't come to us but see, Barack Obama not going to talk about these types of things. You understand? The only way to raise a son, you know what I'm saying, is the way the Lord said to raise a son. He has the blueprint. And we deviate from that, you're going to have what you have in the Christian church right now. So like I get
Sir, if I could, right? And what you Captain saying so heavy, because it just crossed my mind also. Like these men, these LGBTQ men that he wants to counsel young boys want to be women. But the entire ghetto is raised by single mothers. What has that yielded? I said, what are they going to bring that single mothers not bringing already? You know, in fact, there's the problem with the ghetto. A lot of single mothers who can't raise these young brothers. So you're going to bring a man who wants to be a woman to raise his brothers. It's only going to bring more confusion. Salaki, sir. I just want to bring that point for us.
Well, listen, I warn him, like everything you're saying is so right and true and pure. to the point if this was about raising the boys. But this is not about raising them boys. This is about money. This is about cash. Like if this was about raising the boys, all the things you saying is so right, Ak. It's so absolutely right. You need the men, you need the masculinity. A boy would need a man to help him understand different things in life. You know, imagine a boy get molested and he don't want to go to the father, or he don't have a father, and he goes tells the gay mentor that he's being molested. What advice is the gay mentor going to tell him?
Right.
Especially when, you know, Captain Ash just read the whole pedastry. That's what they call it, right? Pedastry.
Pedestry.
Pedastry. Or pedastry. Talking to kids. When that's, you know, that's part of the mentoring. Like, who does he go to? This, you know, this is about money. This has nothing to do with developing young men and giving young men a different perspective. Because if that was the case, the emphasis and the onus would be to show the young men their fathers in a whole different light and show them their mothers in a whole different light.
That's it.
That would have been the emphasis. The emphasis is they've seen one thing. Let's show them another thing. And this here is about money. So we'll show them anything as long as these sodomites could get to do what they want. You know, let me go ahead.
No, just to add to what you're all saying too. You know what I mean? The Bible, you know what I mean? The Bible is a defense against men like this. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Who best to say it but Christ? What did Christ say? Christ said, "You shall know them by their fruits." You understand? Look at his fruits. And you're going to take advice from him about your children. You're going to take advice. These two people who been successful in the oppressor's, you know what I mean, kingdom, been successful. Have a house in what was it? I forget what gardens they call it. The island where, you know what I mean, we can't even afford to go on unless we're cutting grass or something for them.
Right.
You understand? Like, they're successful, but look at their fruits. Look at what they have. Look at what they left back. You understand? Barack Obama went into a Christian church and chastised black men. Chastised them. You understand?
Yeah.
Chastise them. And you're going to sit down here and let them. It's like, you know what I mean, letting a comedian give you advice on what? Marriage? It's a joke. You know what I mean? It's a joke to sit down and listen to these two, you know what I mean, people give you advice on your children.
Yeah.
When they did nothing for your children when he was in office. What Barack Obama did for your kids when he was in office?
That's right. That's right.
Now he trying to do something for your kids. Who you trying to fool?
Right. So like, Cap, what executive order he passed for black men?
Right.
To help black men. What exactly he didn't do? Are you right? He didn't do nothing. Now he got to give advice. Well, you should have done that when you was in the White House. You should have done all these things and programs and all these things. You didn't do that. You told us to stop complaining.
That's it.
Stop being a Pookie and a Ray Ray. So like, I hear.
Listen, Cap. Let me say this too. With everything that's going on with ICE, why don't we have these gay mentors, you know, come into ICE to help to tell them, to show them a different perspective on the communities that they put in Alligator Alcatraz and say y'all shouldn't do that. Yeah. You know, why should we only have one perspective, which is from ICE? Where's the LGBTQ community on the whole immigration madness that's going on now?
That's right.
You don't want them to go head on with ICE. You rather put them with a child. You just, like, these people are morally void. They're morally bankrupt. That's what we used to call them a long time ago. So old school saying, you are morally bankrupt. I'm gonna look for the video, but this was a long time ago. We did a whole video on it during that Obama campaign. But this is what this bastard said. Anybody who could see it, could somebody read what's on the screen? This is a quote.
I got it. I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. I'm going to teach them, first of all, about values and morals. But if they make a mistake, I don't want them punished with a baby.
That's Barack Obama's exact words about his daughters. And this, guess where he said this? Anybody know where he said this? This was a pro-abortion rally. He said, listen, I got 2 daughters. I understand. And I'll teach them morals and values. Meaning, I'll teach them don't go fucking around. But if they decide to go do it and they get pregnant, I don't want them punished with a baby. Meaning, they should have the ability to go have an abortion because a baby is a punishment. That's who telling you that your son needs a sodomite mentor.
Right.
That's the type of people we're dealing with. A baby killer and just an overall weak man.
Come on. If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, sidebar. If everybody who's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, I mean, this is an opportunity for you to ask favor from the Lord. Pray to the Lord that he unalives his 2 heathen daughters. I mean, when somebody comes up against you, it's a righteous thing that you pray the Lord be against them. I pray the Lord unalives those heathen daughters he got. That's my prayer.
That's right.
As a judgment for him coming up against us and try to put sodomites over us as advisors. Salakia.
Well, listen, I mean, this is what I would say. I want more than flooding. I want to see some more floods. I want to see some more, earthquakes, stuff like that. That's what I would hope and pray for. That comes to from mystery Babylon. That's what I would hope and pray for sure. I definitely understand what they see in the world. Let me play the rest of this Eddie Long thing, then we move on. All right.
Come on.
Using mega church leader Eddie.
Are you all able to hear?
Come on.
Long of sexual and has a message for his former pastor. Jamal Paris spoke to Atlanta TV station WAGA.
So while the media and the press and the rest of the people around the city or around the country look at us like, how can a grown man let another man touch him? What you have to understand is this man manipulated us from childhood. This was our father and we loved him.
That's the mentor from childhood. From childhood. This was our father and we love him.
Cannot get the sound of his voice out of my head. And I cannot forget the smell of his cologne. And I cannot forget the way that he made me cry many nights when I drove in his cars on the way home, not able to take enough showers to wipe the smell of him off of my body. That man cannot look me in my eye and tell me we did not live this pain. While you can sit in front of the church and tell them that you categorically deny it, you can't say that to our face. And you know this. You are not a man, you are a monster.
Paris and
He is not a man. I'll say this. He's not a man. He's a mentor. That's what he is. That's right. He's not a man. He's a mentor. Like that there, brother. Like we in a very, very bad place. And that's why we need the Israelite School of UPK more than anything else in the earth right now.
That's right.
Lines is getting blurry. This is another thing too, just before we move on. How we understand things in the truth, just don't take it for granted that everybody has that understanding. Everybody does not have that understanding. Everybody's have not been privy to getting taught and changing your perspective to how the Lord wants things and sees things. We've moved into a generation now that's being taught by social media.
That's right.
By AI. the way they process things is not the same. The way they look at a sodomite is not how you and I would have looked at one at 10 years old. 10 years old, that was like a shock, like a normal, like, oh,
that's right.
What's going on with him? Why is he looking like that? No, brother, they done snuck that thing into the cartoons, Ark. All them cartoons they've been making over the last 10, 15 years. It's them slowly wiring your children's brain to accept that weirdness. Take sports, for example. You could see in any game, basketball, football, whatever, you could see a full-grown 260-pound, nigga wearing a helmet and shit, wearing pink gloves and pink cleats. And it's normal. 10, 15 years ago, Ark. Where you not coming on the turf with that shit, nigga.
That's right.
Go paint them boots black. Go spray paint them cleats out. They done gradualized us, which is why you gotta be very careful with these kids and what they're getting exposed to now.
That's right.
And things from these celebrities like Obama, what's coming down the pipe. What's coming down the pipe from him is, it's gradual, and you want to understand the way you and I seeing it and could identify with it. They not seeing it like that. The kids is not going to, you have to help them understand. You be their mentor. Forget all that shit. You be their father and their mentor, their protector. You be 911. You be everything first. So the Lord put you there first for them. All right, so
no, I was just going to say that's what they call it grooming. They understand grooming when it comes to a man doing it to a young woman,
right?
But they don't understand grooming when it's social grooming that goes on with this whole LGBTQI mafia. They have. So idea.
Yeah, they definitely it's ball out the park for that. Let's see if we could grab a couple more stories. You want to do MLK? I know that one with the sheriff that then punched that brother up in his face. You know what I mean?
And the head of the police department, he digging himself deeper and deeper. The more he try to cover for him, that brother, that cat on there that's trying to cover, they eating his ass alive on social media. I don't believe he'll have his job by the end of the year. Who knows? Probably will if he aligned himself with Trump. Who knows?
That's it. You align yourself with Trump, you might be off with pay for about 3 months, but you coming back in.
That's right.
Khan, sir.
What we got?
MLK, sir.
MLK. All right, cool.
Khan, sir. Here's what we know so far about the MLK files released by the Trump administration. The long-sealed files related to the FBI's years-long surveillance of civil rights icon, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., were released Monday by the Trump administration. Before that, the more than 240,000 pages had never been digitized and sat collecting dust in facilities across the federal government for decades. The Office of Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, said in a statement, "In the hours since the trove of documents was made available through the National Archives and Records Administration, experts have said the files do not appear to include any major revelations. Here's what we know so far about the files. What's in the FBI's MLK files? The internal FBI memos detail the investigation into King's assassination in 1968 and include the discussion of potential leads as well as documents related to James Earl Ray, King's convicted assassin, according to the Trump administration. The files include scans of black and white documents that were often composed by a typewriter as well as a few pages in color. Some of the records include transcripts of wiretaps and electronic surveillance. David Garrow, a historian and author of a Pulitzer Prize biography of King, said the records offer an interesting procedural insight into the methods used by the FBI to surveil King. But so far, they don't appear to offer anything that could shift his perspective on the civil rights leader. You have to know FBI numerical serialization practices to even understand what you're looking at. Garrow said about the documents. It's almost akin to learning a foreign language. Garrow said the release also includes Freedom of Information requests filed by Ray. What did King's family say about the files? The King family has long objected to the release of the documents and urged the public to view the records within their full historical context. During our father's lifetime, he was relentlessly targeted by an invasive, predatory, and deeply disturbing disinformation and surveillance campaign orchestrated by J. Edgar Hoover through the Federal Bureau of Investigation. King's children, Bernice King and Martin Luther King III, said in a joint statement posted on social media.
Because I gotta take me on to the juicy shit, man.
It's like
I'll talk like Chappelle. You gotta get that juicy shit out, that juicy Smollett, and that's what we need, dog. We gotta get the, you know, the we gotta get that juicy Smollett shit out. You know what I mean?
Come on.
No, I don't think they have all of that in there, and that's why the family didn't want it out. The family didn't want it out because they want to protect his legacy. Why? Because now, if they don't protect his legacy, it affects their money. You understand? It affects their money. It affects what they, you know, what they're going through. Not what they're going through, but what they get through his name still.
Right.
They don't want none of that stuff to come out because some stuff about him, majority of stuff about him is unchristian.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's unchristian, Cap. You know, Christians don't do that.
Yeah.
You might find out some mentoring that MLK was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You might see some mentoring. Go ahead.
And that's so crazy too. Like, why? Okay, this family think that Martin Luther King belonged to them alone. I don't understand. What he was doing, you know what I mean? Apparently, what he was doing was for our nation, was for the nation, for Black people. So you don't think Black people deserve to know who unalive him? You don't think that? You're so selfish. You understand? Like these Christians, you know what I mean? They have the Bible, but they don't read the Bible, as you can clearly see. They don't. The moral compass is all over the place.
Right.
Let's see what Martin Luther King been doing. Let's see if he was really about Black people, or if he was just doing this for himself.
Well, that's damn near why Trump wanted to release it, is to take the heat off of him with Jeffrey.
That's right.
Is to take the heat off of him. He's like, y'all want some old nasty shit to come out. Diddy wasn't enough. You're coming behind me. You know, he pushed the button in the Batmobile and released the oil. He set the smoke screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Cap.
No, so like that, and that's his daughter Bernice King. That was she made a post after he released it. She said, "Now release the Epstein files." Like she. I mean, everybody. You gonna learn about Area 51. You gonna learn about Mars. He gonna release everything. He gonna throw everything, including the kitchen sink, to keep you off Epstein. He gonna probably say, we got the. You know what? What's the movie Avatar? We done found Avatar. We done found Elysium. He gonna come up with all. You gonna release everything.
You gonna find out who framed Roger Rabbit.
Exactly.
You're gonna find who framed Roger Rabbit. You're gonna find out who shot the sheriff. Listen, you're gonna find out why did the chicken cross the road. You're gonna find all of that out. Before you
find out where Waldo is, we gonna find all of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the thing that's right. That's what she said recently about that. She was, because I think the family did not want them to release these files.
No,
what I understand, he did these files. He released this without the family consent. Now, last time I checked, because the King family they're split along political lines as well. You had one of those family members that sided with Trump. and then you had the other ones, of course, they Democrats or whatnot. And there's been a whole lot of contention going on with the legacy and so forth and so forth. But for sure, definitely, this was a, they were like, okay, he may release some things that we personally know that we don't want to come out. You know what I'm saying? So they were definitely upset about this. But Trump, once again, he's gonna release these things, man. He gonna have. It's Lord knows what they know in that Oval Office in those files.
Yeah.
Man.
So, like I said, if I may,
Yeah, please.
and I just want to say too, the water to Commander Yohana and the ISUPK, because prior to the UPK, Martin Luther King was the Obama before Obama.
Yeah.
Like he was the Negro that was who every black man. You had to be MLK. You understand? I personally have avoided certain fights when I was in school because I'm thinking of what would MLK do? It was that bad. It was that bad, especially for the tribe of Judah, because that was just if you grew up with your grandmother and people from down south or even wherever you was at, it's just that was for us. It was like, well, come on now, MLK.
That's
he
right.
fought and died. So it's certain things, it's certain violations that a lot of us took in the name of this freak, this deviant, Martin Luther King. You understand? He was the Obama before Obama, and it's a beautiful thing that the Lord raised up prophets, because prior to the UPK, I never heard any of the things, the truth about who he was and what he did. I remember the first time I heard Martin Luther King was having orgies in the Watergate in DC, and I was with Aubrey Wadu, and we was in the world, and I was smoking. I said, "Nigga, they lying." Nigga, they lying. I was like, these niggas is lying. They making it up. These niggas was just pulling it out their ass. Now I was with them. They said they about the great MLK. And Aubrey had been watching the school longer than me. So he's like, nah. He's like, nah. He's like, these niggas is right. I'm telling you. And I'm like, bro, they gonna have to prove that. I was like, that's about they can't say that about MLK.
Right.
And sure enough, the UPK was right before all of you ever even thought to, before myself, you understand, to ever think to see this is what the truth is. So I just want to say the water to the UPK for being the future and the present and the past all at once.
Right. Yep.
I can speak to the whole thing about, be raised up in a Judite home, especially a grandmother. I mean, he got and listen, they even had it on the church fans. Like I'm in the church and I see, okay, they got the church, they got the MLK on the church fan, they got the white Jesus, and they had Kennedy. And I'm saying to myself, like John F. Kennedy had him on, like he was on the fan, like the church fan. And I'm like these churches, those are untouchables. Like that, when you speak about those people in especially in a Judite Christian household, it's like they are saints.
That's right.
Like they have sainthood.
Right.
But once again, we don't want to deal with the facts, and we don't want to read the Bible about men's character and a man's legacy. You know what I'm saying? A legacy, once again, you have to examine where we are now to understand his legacy. Once again, we spent 40 years in the wilderness, you know what I'm saying? And we got to the promised land in there you go. That was in the church. God, Cal, you brought some memories back. You brought some memories back with this right here.
That's right.
Mississippi. Now, this was in the Mississippi church.
Yep.
I remember seeing this on a church fan. Now, what this got to do with Jesus? Once again, there is no separation of church and state. It's an illusion in Babylon. Yeah. The church upholds the state, and the state upholds the church. They gave us a vision to follow, a dream that will cripple us into this era, this millennium. So this is why Commander General, when he brought these things out and showed it in the scriptures, I mean, it's mind blowing. But the Lord, you know, the Lord, everything is going to be unsealed before it's all over with. So,
And
Book of Revelation, the Lord said He opened the seals. I'm like, how you, Cap?
no, Salakia, Cap. I just gonna add to what you were saying too. Like now, like you know what I mean. Like now, black people are gonna have to realize, you know what I mean, or ask the question: why did they give us Martin Luther King as a leader? Once they read that file, why are they going to take down? Are they going to take down the statues of Martin Luther King after they done let this file out? Are they going to remove him from the Oval Office? Like, we're going to have to really ask ourselves why it is to push this man up as being a leader.
Right.
After you read that file. Why it is to do it. And black people will come to realization that white America uses black men like this who don't have any morals and who fronts as putting the church up as a front, as if he's all for God, when he was not all for God. This man embodies Christianity.
Yeah.
And Christianity teaches you to be selfish. You understand? It teaches you to be like your oppressor. That's what it teaches you like to be. That's why the family don't want this file coming out. They don't want the file coming out because they don't want you knowing the real Martin Luther King. The real man. Was he for equal pay? You understand? What was he really for? Was he for black people? Or was he for Martin Luther King loss? Whatever he wanted, you know what I mean, to get. He wanted white women. You understand? He wanted to eat in those white restaurants.
Right.
What was he about? What was it about? Are we going to learn that he abused women? Are we going to learn that? Now, if we learn all of that from reading that, now ask yourself, why is that statue still up? Why is that statue still up? Are they telling our young black men to be like this, man? Now you don't read where it is? Like, MLK family, you all, you know what I mean? You all should be ashamed of yourselves. You all should want these things coming out. You all should want these things coming out so that these young black men don't be like your father.
Right.
Be better than your father.
Come on.
They're studying money.
Cap, it sounds to me like they need a gay mentor.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like they need somebody to show them a different perspective of their father.
Yeah.
Lock it, Cap.
Go ahead.
If I could, now if my memory serves me correct, Bernice King, she was a co-pastor at New Birth Baptist Church in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
As we talking about mentor, she served under Eddie Long in Atlanta. And you know, in Atlanta, you can't really say anything about the King family. When you bring out these things, we talk about these things. And I understand to some degree because of they feel like that he made the ultimate sacrifice and so forth. But that we got to talk about this dream and this legacy and where we are now. Because when you look at 40 years before we get into the promised land in the Bible, how long we've been having this dream? Over 60-something years. We in a coma. We in a comatose state, believing that this, and you gotta understand something about this. I always look at people like this when you look at all these administrations.
Right.
Martin Luther King is the only figure that transcends from no matter if it's Democrat, Republican, even down to Trump.
Yeah.
All the way to the extreme. All right. He always gets praise. No matter who's in office. He's never a controversial figure. Stop trying to sanitize history. You don't want the truth. The truth. We gotta deal with truth, deal with facts. We can never progress as a people if we don't deal with the truth.
That's right.
You understand? You gotta stop making this a popularity contest. Deal with facts. Your life is a testament to what you've done. And we look at that, we realize that this dream has done nothing for us. Actually, it crippled us because now we get to sit on the toilet and we say, sit on his toilet and say, "Ooh, this feels like freedom." And we didn't integrate it. We didn't integrate it from his restaurants all the way to the bathroom, all the way to his bedroom, aka Shannon Sharpe. Now, what do we have now? Nothing but a dream. You know what I'm saying? They left you with a dream instead of building a reality. And that's the problem. That's why we clash with the civil rights era. And a lot of those brothers and sisters they're transitioning, they leaving here. And they don't even want to talk about these. They don't even want to say, well, you know what, we did this wrong. We should have built something sustainable for our people.
Right.
You understand? They didn't do that. Now they have left this thing and then blame you, blame the young generation and say, because you didn't keep the dream. Really? Really? It's the youth problem that we didn't keep the dream. No, I don't believe that. Because last time I checked, he got a statue in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And you still #1 incarcerated in America.
Right.
Now you make that make sense.
Right.
Like I yield.
Yeah, it's they're gonna bleed this thing out. They ain't gonna just put everything all the way out. I ain't seen all the files. I know this is the second time they released stuff on him, right? They released some FBI files before. Well, they're gonna bleed this whole thing out because Trump don't want none of that list to come out. He don't want no more tapes to come out on Epstein. He's like, why are you talking about Epstein? He said he's dead. I don't know if you all saw the press conference last week. The same one with the Bahrain dude. He's dead. Yeah. He's gone. He's dead. He really telling you the dead man tells no tales. What you all talking about?
That's exactly it.
Yeah, he's like, he ain't here to witness, and I wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't care who says what. He said what? I said a card, a signature card, with where I signed the woman box with my name. Who has that?
Right.
Who have that there with the signature on the box?
Not me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know what? And you would think Trump was a Muslim at the way he's fanatic about this whole thing. But a Muslim, they say he got to die to get his 10 virgins. He got his on Epstein Island.
Yeah,
we're gonna go all the way there with this. We're not gonna let up. It's not gonna let up. All these leaks. We talked about the floods, and usually when there's a lot of floods, there's gonna be a lot of leaks.
Right.
I hope they don't go over a lot of you brothers and sisters' heads out there. But it's gonna be a lot of leaks, a lot of leaking gonna be going on. You know what I'm saying? Because this ship is getting ready to sink that you call America. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near like the ghost, like the past is coming back up. All the things you thought that was over, that was settled and done, it's getting new life now. The Lord is resuscitating these things to bring out truth.
Yeah.
Like I yield.
Talk about draining the swamp, Kahan.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Damn
right, Cap.
I'm telling you, Mashak, Akim, I tell you, if you hear some of the things, it's crazy. I'll put it like that. It's crazy if that actually happened. You know what I mean? This place being run by abusers. Oh, them. America ain't fitting to be, you know what I mean, a place. You know what I mean? Soon, if them files actually come out and this stuff, you know what I mean, real about it. Oh boy, they'll make Martin Luther King look like a saint. Trust me. You know what I mean, he gonna look like a saint when them files actually come out. I mean, and it goes to show you too the amount of blackmail, you know what I mean, that'll be taking place. You know what I mean, with your politicians.
Yeah.
I mean, you think that dude with his suit and tie better than you, while he is a deviant.
That's right.
He just have enough money to hide it, enough money to support his lifestyle. You understand? Like what black people gonna have to do? Black people, we gonna have to live according to this Bible and stop thinking or stop believing that these politicians are somehow going to change your life.
That's right.
They're not going to change your life. You have to change your life.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
You want a politician to change your life? Negro, you wake up and change your life. Do what the Lord said to do.
Yeah.
You understand? So that nobody can come and blackmail you and tell you, well, I have this right here. See this right here? You were doing this last night with this person.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Why go through that? You understand? This place is filthy and disgusting. And let our Epstein file come out and you'll see how disgusting it is. The Andrew dude, what's his name? I think it's Prince Andrew. Done paid what, 11 million?
Good
night.
So that one of the victims don't go in court and talk about the whole situation. I'm not saying he was he did anything illegal, but that is why you're paying somebody 11 million so that they'll go in court if you're innocent.
No, he did something illegal. He raped the girl.
Yep.
You see?
He raped the girl, and the whole charges, everything was coming. She get paid to just not pursue it and never bring it up again.
See?
But he definitely raped the girl. Like that's the evidence there and all of that. It's it is what it is. It's the royalty.
Yeah. And that Maxine, the woman who was with Epstein,
Maxine Gillian or Gillian.
Gillian. Yeah. Right. Now she paid the girl money too, so she wouldn't go in court. And the whole thing about it is, now they want to bring her in front of Congress to answer or to answer some questions, which we know is just going to be a whole, show. This is just a show because the government, who really running the government, I'm telling you, they're going to be shocked who really running the government.
Exactly.
They're going to be shocked who running the government. You remember, what's his name? Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And Lewinsky.
Yep.
Right. He was getting blackmail too. I ain't gonna say much on it, but he was getting blackmail.
It's a lot.
They knew about it. You know, son. When we heard about it was just after, but a certain country knew about it and was trying to blackmail him long time.
So they was ahead of the situation.
Yeah.
Come on, Cap.
Okay. Yeah.
They had a heads up on the whole thing.
Yeah, Cap, hold on. Hey, you know what? Oh man, listen.
They was heading in the right direction.
Come on, man. Come on, Cap. Yeah. Look, man. Look. Hey, you know what? when you look at these politicians, man, and you think about morality, and that's why God saw it. He told us about these heathens, man. He told us about their kingdoms and their government. He let us know, don't be like them.
That's it.
Be holy. I know you see all the decadence and all the gold encrusted in the Oval Office and how good the lawn look and all that. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by Air Force whatever the Air Force group is and all that and all the military. Don't be fooled by that. It's more to it than meets the eye. Yeah. Behind closed doors, they are wicked. And now the wickedness is coming as we get closer to Judgment Day. All the evidence is being presented.
That's it.
All of it. And remember, there is no hung jury in the court of public opinion. These types of things just keep going on and on and on, and just it builds up evidence. God is about to bring the hammer down. But before he does, he wants to show you all the evidence. Yeah. And social media then beat the mainstream media on a 24-hour cycle. News-wise, they didn't already beat it.
Yeah.
That's why you see Don Lemon, he got a TikTok channel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With damn near, I want to say damn near probably 500,000 people. These types of things now is ramped up. So all these things are now coming back out because why? We're getting close to the end. And remember, only the wicked hate the resurrection.
That's right.
Because with the resurrection and things coming back up, what happened? Now the wickedness that you thought you buried and came back to haunt you. It became things you thought that I done that. Nah, it's coming back out. It's coming back up. And boy, oh boy, there's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Right.
In that day. So like I yield.
Yeah. And these are good times to be living into, because now you're going to, you're going to see things, that's in the Bible, being spoken of in the Bible, clear. Now you're going to see who your politicians and them really are.
Right.
You have black politicians, and they weeping and crying for the Israelis, but they ain't weeping and crying for black people.
Right.
I wonder why they ain't weeping and crying for black people. You understand? You had Barack Obama in office for 8 years.
Right.
Saying that he's not a president just not for black people. He's a president for all America. And Donald Trump came in and show us that what Barack Obama was talking was trash.
That's right.
You understand? And black people need to wake up and realize your black leaders, when they're not talking about your situation, focus on what they're really talking about. Like Barack Obama, like the beginning of this show, Barack Obama is speaking to the gay community. Why? Because the gay community paying his restaurant bills.
That's right.
The gay community paying his light bills. You understand? His car note. Put it in his daughter through college. You understand? Now you get to realize that your politicians, your black leaders have never had you in mind.
Right.
Never had you in mind.
Right.
You understand? Like now is a good time to be in to recognize, who really for you and who's not for you.
That's right.
Commander Jerry Hanna is for you. Ain't nobody paying.
That's right.
Commander Jerry Hanna. Ain't taking no money. Ain't no lobby. You never hear Commander Jerry Hanna speak on behalf of no other government but the black government.
That's right.
But black people.
Right.
You understand? You never hear him cry out for another nation.
Right.
Ain't no other nation paying him. He ain't getting bribe from no other nation. You understand? And he growing young black men up not to take bribes.
That's right.
All right.
To live according to this Bible, this book that America claimed to living by. And they're clearly nuts.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're clearly nuts. Everything the oppressor say he doing, he is not doing.
Right.
Everything he say you doing, he doing it 10 times. If he say the Mexicans are rapists, or he raping 10 times over.
That's right.
Epstein, we could say Epstein. You understand?
Right.
Everything he tell you that you doing, black man, he is doing.
Yeah.
He's doing 10 times over.
And
but
bold
he just, yes, and he just need you to be looked at as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
That's right.
As
Cap.
Commander Jerry Hanna say. A you.
All right. And Cap, can I tell him give it up? You saying so, right? Listen, if you listen to them now, they telling on themselves.
That's right.
Like you like the Lord then took the guesswork out of this. All you have to, they had Kennedy, the one from Louisiana. They talking to him about sanctuary cities on Fox, and it get into a religious talk, and he said, yeah, well, Jesus may love them, but everyone else, did he pause? He paused. But look, now listen, he said, now the man telling him, well, hold on, what do people say when they say, well, Christ love everybody? He said, well, he may love the immigrants, he may love them, but everyone else, then he stopped, he paused. Somebody, I don't know, in the earpiece, because he got he got a fly mouth. He like to talk. And somebody probably told him, hold up. Don't say what you're about to say. Because
Slow
it's going to
roll
make
there, boy.
Right. They were like, hold on. We know you from the South. You brought Jesus into it, but it's going to make you sound like the devil if you say this. And the Lord, once again, the Lord said He's going to judge the wicked out of His own mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Out of His own mouth, He's going to judge these people. All you have to do is pay attention. Some of you Negroes, you don't even want to use your own ears and your own eyes. Well, he didn't really mean it like that. He's telling you. He said it in the interview, and you could tell he had an earpiece, or somebody was like, no, don't say it. Stop.
Right.
Stop. And he paused like the mic went out. But somebody told him, don't say what you're about to say, because it's going to make you sound anti-Christ. If Christ loved the Latinos and the people you're deporting and putting out alligator Alcatraz, and you say, but everyone else, hold on. I thought we are a Christian nation.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
So who was the everyone else referring to?
Exactly. It had to be the MAGA movement or white people who want to get them. So everyone else, well, I thought everybody supposed to be down with Christ.
Right.
So you represent everyone else. You said in the interview, yeah, well, Jesus may love them, but everyone else, then you paused. The Lord is going to show you who these people are. And listen, Commander Jerry Hunter and ISUBK, we've been saying it for years, but lo and behold, do the devil have to tell you he the devil? I mean, ain't we in a cold day in hell right now?
Right.
I mean, my goodness, man. But nevertheless, hey, the blind gonna lead the blind. I didn't seen enough to know he's the devil.
Mm-hmm.
But like I yield.
Yeah, man. Listen, we right on the time. Is there a video with the sheriff? Who punched that brother?
You talking about the one that made the statement, the head of the police?
No, there's one. It's a Florida video. Is it that one?
It's a brother. He's defending it. I think somebody asked him in an interview, and he defended. It was two videos. Somebody it was on a radio station, and somebody checked him on the radio station. Then there was one where he had an actual reporter that said, "I saw the video and I didn't see what you saw." It was
the one.
Two different.
It's number 5 in the thing.
Yeah, the video's on the article for number 5.
On there. Okay. Okay, hold up. I think this is the one. This is the one where they broke the window and punched him in his face, right?
Come on.
Okay, yeah, this is crazy. You could go. I think this one is different than the one you was citing. Khan. I think this one's a little different.
What I'm talking about is the aftermath. This is they try to do damage control on the media what it was.
So they down there saying this shit ain't happened.
Yeah, it is a brother too. I'm cautioned with that word to say brother, but it's sad. I mean, he's trying to hold on his job much as he can, but it's not looking too good for him.
Right. We could touch on it real quick. I don't want to go too much long. Let's get a couple minutes on it.
Want to read the story, sir?
Yeah.
Kawakan. Video showing Florida deputy punching black man goes viral. William McNeil Jr., 22, recorded the video as he sat in the driver's seat of his car after deputies pulled him over. In the video, he asked to speak to supervisors and questions why he was stopped. An officer then smashes the driver's side window, orders McNeil to exit the car, and hits him in his face. Another officer pulls him from the vehicle and throws him to the ground as other deputies surround him. U.S. media outlets reported the video on Monday and Tuesday after McNeil posted it on social media. Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters said the public should not rush to judgment and that officers had asked McNeil several times to come out of his vehicle.
Hold on. So the public shouldn't rush to judgment, but the officers can?
Right.
Like, brother, I saw the video, and I don't care what he was doing in there. I don't care what he was doing in that car, because that devil that slaughtered them lawmakers, y'all ain't do nothing like this to him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't beat him up or nothing like that. I mean, and that devil, I mean, he was like Rambo, and these lawmakers are. He had a whole thing set up, slaughtered them, had a whole cop car in his damn house.
That's right.
Shit. Go ahead, please.
Kawakan. McNeil's lawyers and civil rights group Black Lives Matter said the video showed police brutality. This should not have happened, Black Lives Matter said on X, but the police have never treated Black people like human beings. Waters told reporters that reviews of the incident were ongoing, but the state's attorney's office determined that none of the officers violated criminal law. Waters added that D. Bowers, the officer who broke the car window and punched McNeil, was stripped of his law enforcement authority pending the outcome of the reviews. McNeil was arrested and charged with resisting arrest, marijuana possession, driving with a suspended license, not wearing a seatbelt, and not having headlights in bad weather. Court records cited. He was sentenced to and served 2 days in jail, the report added.
Crazy.
In a police report, Bowers said McNeil was reaching toward an area where there was a knife. McNeil's attorneys, lawyers Ben Crump and Harry Daniels, said their client was never combative.
Brother, this is what I'll say. You can't stop the devil from being the devil. You can certainly make it so that you don't give him an excuse to be the devil to you.
That's right.
That's right.
Like we're gonna have to come up on a moral high ground that's way above, anything we've ever dealt with in the past.
That's right.
And I saw the video. I'm gonna play the video for those who haven't seen it. It's definitely popular, but maybe some people haven't seen it. Let me know if the volume is on.
Right. And then I said, so
It's on.
It's on to what?
What I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlight. When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
Listen, them cops is such punks, such punks, brother. This brother handled this, in the most masculine way without assaulting these officers here. But they are such punks. He asked for the supervisor. The cop tell him go for it. Like, just go ahead and violate this man all the way. He said his window don't work. But on the flip side, the whole thing with the law about, having the lights on, that's something I would advise brothers and sisters to do as they're moving through. Like, definitely check the laws in each of your states. Check and see. It's not the same everywhere. And you really want to be on top of it. I don't know where he is at, if that's a law or not. It sounds silly to me. It's not like he was driving at night off. But and still, even though, is that a criminal offense? Isn't that just like a moving violation? Like not having a brake light? You get the point? Isn't that just like not having a fucking brake light?
Yeah, I think they could just give you a citation, a ticket or something, or warning. And they tell you if your lights work, they say just hit the lights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to give you a repair order or something. They give you 30 days or something. But again, it's different in different places. But the way how this brother handle himself, and then he's like, "Show me your hands." Here, like nigga, he's trying his best, but there's such bastards and cowards. Go ahead, Capsularki.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that their laws is when it comes to like cloudy, overcast, and rainy days, you have to have your window wipers turned on and your headlights on. But that day there was not such a situation for his lights to be on. You know, otherwise the police should have had their own lights on if that was the case, and they didn't. Another thing that I wanted to point out is the body cam of the cop. The cop that broke the glass. If you look at it real quick, and because the reason why I'm bringing this up because they were claiming that he had a knife on the dashboard, right? But the cop broke the glass with the knife in his hand. So you know they just probably used it as the excuse, as you know sometimes they will do. You know, will plant some stuff on somebody, you know, because they famously for doing that. And
Right.
I don't know if people saw that body cam, but if you haven't, go check it out. I did.
Yeah,
I you.
It's definitely possible. But okay, even if it's that sounds like a subjective law, like
Right.
what's overcast?
Right. What does that mean?
What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like the sister Yapasha said most cars, I'm thinking modern cars, have auto lights that don't come on daylight. So there's cars like that where they have, you know, it'll sense, the sensors sense something and it'll turn the lights on. But you know, whether you have it or not, that sounds very subjective, and it sounds like one of those laws to stop you. Like the tint law in Virginia. Every brother in the DMV knows that tint law in Virginia is just to be able to stop you. And from there, they have to find something else, which is why I say you can't give them an excuse. You cannot.
Yep.
Don't give them an excuse. They stop you, no problem. Why didn't have your lights on? Well, shit, I could see. I'm 20/20 vision. Okay, step out of the vehicle. No problem, officer. I'm stepping out of the car. All right, what do you need me to do? This, that. All right, call it. No problem, officer. I have no problem complying with you. Could you call a supervisor, please? You understand? You're gonna have to start to get trained by the UPK for sure on how to deal with these situations. You could step out of the car, man, let them do whatever, and we'll see it afterwards. We'll see it all the way afterwards. You don't have to make a situation to the point where you could just lose your life on the ground there. Brother, he get punched in the face, slammed to the ground. I heard him say, "You broke my tooth."
Shepherd,
He broke his tooth on the ground. Like it is. Let me just play the rest of it for time. So we roll out. Salaki.
And Cap, just to add Salaki's, but boy, you know what I mean, this here shows you, like, you know what I mean, like the only difference between, you know what I mean, or one of the difference between us and, you know what I mean, black men in the world is the fact that we know the white man is the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't try to treat him like he's civilized.
Right.
He is not civilized. You know what I mean? That law may not even have ever been on the books, but he's going to say it and he's going to try to enforce it because you're black. And you have to know that, you know what I mean, laws, you know what I mean, to them, they don't follow no laws. And you're going to have to know that you're dealing with the devil.
That's
it. You understand? This he's not civilized. He don't follow laws. That's why he make it look like you don't follow the law. Shit, he ain't for the thing now. You think that cop putting on lights when he have to, on them headlights when he have to? Themselves ain't following no law. Should I ask the cops, "Oh, your headlights on too?" I see headlights on.
Yeah.
Listen,
Come on.
So like if you're right, sir, in that like he could have just, you know, like, and I learned this out of first-hand experience. Coming back one time from the cookout from Philly, I was driving. Me and Natazak, we were driving back down this way, and because the road, the way it was paved, one side was paved and the other one wasn't. I didn't know there was a cop near. He pulled me over. By the time he got to the window, license, registration, insurance, and that startled him because he weren't expecting me to have that ready for him. He just gave me a warning after that, after he checked everything out and let me go. And you know, that right there is like telling him, okay, I'm gonna give you what you want, but like he probably thought that I was gonna take this to the legal next step, whatever that may be. But that's a wise move, you know, because we learned that in here. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And encouraging all you Black, Latinos, and Indigenous. That's why the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge is such an important place for us, because we learn how to deal with this empire according to how they deal with us, with wisdom. You know what I mean? 'Cause without that wisdom from the Most High, you're going to be like this cat. You're going to be like several other brothers and sisters that had to deal with cops. What's the sister name? That was arrested. Not Breonna Taylor. Bland. There you go. With her. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. So, you know, we highly encourage, if you're Black or Latino First Nation, this is where you need to be, in the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Hunter, so you can get trained on how to deal with these heathens.
Yep. In addition to getting trained, you want the Lord to be on your side. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You want the Lord to be on your side, because there's you know, there's some things some situations, the training is not even going to help you. You need the Lord to be on your side, and especially in this timing, you don't want to give them what they call pretense or justifiable reasoning to violate, totally violate, brother. Right. I don't know if anybody had anything, but I was just gonna play the video and then we wrap it. It's just definitely after 12. Anybody else wanted to jump in before we play it?
Awesome.
You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Like at that point, just step out of the car, brother. Step out of the car. Just be calm. You could find out the law on this after. You could file complaints. You could sue, whatever. But this is something you ain't got to stand on that thing there. You definitely ain't got to. You're not Hegseth. You're not Hunter Biden. You're not one of them. Like this place was not made for you.
Right.
You know, this place was not made for you. And this is another thing. Let me play the rest of it and then we don't worry.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No, don't.
I will neither defend nor commend Officer Bauer's response to resistance until all the facts are known and the investigation is completed. However, as the leader of this agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliant agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions.
So he got 21 seconds to be compliant. You Uncle Tom Coons is something else, boy.
Right.
And he said, I'll be not ignorant to the fact that certain things is buried. So for anti-cop rhetoric and blah, shut the fuck up.
And Salaki. Right. And see, he's hurting himself. See, he put a time on. He said 21 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, all that someone has to do is go into the Jacksonville. Shout out to ISUBK Jacksonville Officer Kazaki and all the brothers out there in Florida. But all that someone has to do is get access to a body cam or video where Jacksonville police are dealing with a white man that's non-compliant past 21 seconds. And then now you have a racial episode. Because he put a taste at 21 seconds. So is that the limit? See, when he really hung himself in this situation. He don't know it yet. But now them lawyers are going to say, let's see if let's go through let's subpoena the last 100 traffic stops and see if someone was non-compliant past 21 seconds. And if it is, oh my goodness, it's going to be, I mean, forget about it.
They definitely could do it. They definitely could do it and go fight for it. And what really needs to happen is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to come into the Israelite School of UPK.
That's right.
Change our lives from being such easy prey to these oppressors. We could change our lives in a way where, brother, it's I know that happened to many brothers in here where you don't get stopped and the traffic stop is longer than usual because they cannot believe that there's no record on it. They just can't believe it. They're trying to find something. Run it again, and then they come. Just sit tight. We're just waiting on something to come back on you. Just sit tight. And then they just had to make something up. You had to come down to court. We give you this paperwork. We citing you for something. You had to come down to court, or they give you some lip, thinking you're gonna get them back some lip, so they have a reason to pull you out the car. Brother, that's real true power. That's real true power where you able to master this damn devil through serving the Lord.
That's right.
And the Lord has you living a lifestyle where the things that they, would try to get you and pull you over for and take advantage of you just doesn't happen. I'm gonna tell you a good practice too. You learn coming into the Israelite School of UPK, just being way more organized and on top of certain things. Fix small things. You have a vehicle with a little that need a bulb, go get that bulb out.
Right.
Stay on top of things. Stay on top of the insurance. Stay on top of the registration. Brother, you driving in a city where the tint percentage is a certain thing. Don't trip, man. Just handle it.
That's right.
Just give them what they need. Ain't no problem, brother. In the kingdom, they better give you what the hell you need.
That's right.
They better give you what the hell you need. I ain't gonna go no further. Lord be with that brother, man. They done beat that brother, punch him in his face, slap him in his face. Nigga ain't doing nothing. All he asks you is to tell me what law I break. Could you tell me what law is this that I break? In fact, call your supervisor. You mad because he had to call somebody better than you because he don't trust you. Just call the supervisor.
And so, like, if I could, Cap, we can thank Martin Luther King's dream for that brother thinking that he's. You can thank that whole dream thing, making him believe that he has equality in this place and that he.
That's right.
See, that's the thing. We lost that. We got to sit on this toilet. We did okay. The laws apply. We got to understand we are a stranger in this nation.
That's right.
You know, a lot of y'all don't understand. You think the way he did him, you would think he was illegal, wouldn't you? Since you want to talk about the Latino brothers and sisters.
Right.
How is this different? Oh, now you getting the picture. It's gonna become even more clearer as time go on.
Right.
The Lord is gonna make it crystal clear. We're one nation. You know what I'm saying? What our brothers and sisters go through on the immigration side, we going through right here just over a simple traffic stop.
Yeah.
Got Captain Shock. You said when that was heavy. They run the light. I remember one time, like, what's your middle name? They wanted to know that, like the initial. Run it back. I know we gonna get this nigga today. You know what I'm saying? They like, I give him my name, but what's your middle? What's the middle initial? So they can go back and run it again.
That's it. They
Mississippi
do everything.
is like a goddamn another third. It's like a goddamn. It's like another country. Like the terrorism that they do. I mean, forget about it. Don't ever pull over on the back road. Go all the way to the nearest gas station where it's lights.
Right.
I don't trust none of them devils.
You're right.
Like,
yeah. Yep. You develop good practices in here. You know why? Because here is where the real mentors are. Right. Where there's real brothers who could teach you life skills and give you a different perspective on the oppressor. You know what I mean? To really teach you how to survive. Here is where it's at. In the Israelite School of UPK on the Command Journey, Hannah, we are the home of the truth, man. We're gonna build people, man, and we build them sisters up, man. We're gonna teach you how to be into these offices. And guess what? We're gonna walk with you down there with the complaint and the lawsuit if necessary.
That's right.
We're gonna teach you how to deal with them on the street, and then right after we go down and make that complaint, and paperwork coming in there. You know how to do the whole thing. You ain't got to be assaulted and suffer this thing here, wrongfully. That's what the scripture say. Don't suffer wrongfully. And I'm not saying the brother did it and he deserved it. What I'm saying is they take easy, low-hanging fruit. Stuff that they let white boys drive drunk all the time.
Right.
That's right.
And get them a ride home. Brother doing what? For not having his lights on? You all bust his teeth? Okay, all right, no problem. We'll sort this whole thing out. You know what I mean? So, listen, man, join us next week, Wednesday. We're going to be here from 10 again. The Water for hanging with us. So, Commander General Yohana going to be on every Monday, 9 p.m. On the Real General Yohana. This is the same channel. He's going to be in Chicago next week. Chicago next weekend. He's going to be there for the Midwest Fire Weekend, hosted by Captain Mao Quad, man, running it down all the way through. You'll make sure and check it out. Listen, man, pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. It's a law, it's a commandment. Tithes is money. Deuteronomy tells you that tithes is money. Pay that tithe, send that tithes. I don't care if it's, you know, so if it's $10, $100, you pay $10 on that. If it's $50, you pay $5. That tithes is to show that you fear the Lord. It's not the amount. It's, again, you having good practices, man. Having developed good practices and do it. With that said, I want to say shalom and tawala to the usual suspects, of course. Captain Matt, down here from Carolinas, rocking it out. Your star, Captain Mohan, holding it down, holding it out. Yeah, I mean, Capitan Ashaparium, Hogar de la Verdad, holding down in Latino, you know, Ephraim, Puerto Rican, Simeon, you know, everybody holding it down, and Salvadorian, holding on the whole damn thing. Captain Pass was trying to get with us tonight. I think he had internet problems. We have Officer Warrior holding it down, rocking on board by way of DC. Also, Officer Kazakai Man holding on Baltimore and DC. Listen, if you want to know how to check a cup, that's how you check a damn cup. You see, Kazak tell the cup, listen, you're unprofessional. Do your job. Go back and he checking. I have to guarantee the supervisor saw that checking and said we need to hire him. He does need to listen to this damn nigga on that podium.
Hey, Cap, look, Cap, I saw that video. I said, I gotta get back to DC. I said, I gotta get back to DC. I can't even wait.
Oh, listen, man, listen. I get the report. I said, Kazak, what the hell happened out there? Because in my mind, I'm like, all that's in my head is agree with thy adversary while thou art in. I'm like, Kazak, god damn, brother, shit. Then Kazak said to break the shit down to me. I was like, brother, you're just perfectly right with that shit. Dog. That is just a rough tape. Because everybody thinking, you know, the cop and the gun and all that shit. But that's real courage, and that's what's needed, man.
That's right.
You need somebody who gonna stand in the gap, and that's what the scripture says: stand in the gap. That's the type of man you're gonna stand in that where there's a breach, and you're not gonna make it worse. You're gonna make it right. You're gonna make it right, and everybody gonna get clarity. So you know, big up Kazak as well. And of course, officers who are you know, taking care of that storm out there, the camp looking good, looking strong, like a college PK camp. You look like some stone cold killers on that promenade. I know your Saturdays is numbered. I'm waiting for the call. Hey, Salaki Cap. Yeah, they come and say we can't come back. We just they say we looking threatening. I was like, looking threatening? What the hell is that shit? I waiting for that. You're out there doing it up. You know what I mean? Keep up the good work. Again, sending your tithes. Join Command and General Yohana every month like 9. You're out there. That's see you next week.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show